Good evening, everybody, and welcome to That's Good Pasta, our weekly show where we talk about all them creepy pastas on the internets, them spooky spaghettis. As my co-host,
Jared?
there you go, Jared calls them. Tonight we have a special one. We have an original story by a creepy pasta channel, "Your Secret Admirer" by Creeps McPasta. You know, apparently he's Scottish. So, Jared, do you wanna take over and do the synopsis for us?
Yeah. So this one
All
is
right.
about someone is writing a young lady, high school age, I'm assuming.
Sounds like it.
He they go over at first how awesome this person is. Just gosh. Wow. Just a 10 out
Ma-
of 10.
Amazing.
And then it goes over how most of the girls in the class bully her because she's just so good. She's just so good. She's just so good.
She's just a positive good, Jared.
There is no negative. And he goes over some of the girls that bully her, give her a hard time. I think the big baddie is Julie or something like that. I don't remember the
Uh,
names.
yeah, I believe Julie is the ringleader.
Yeah. And he goes over how, or they go over how they get back at these people because she doesn't deserve this crap. Um, they go over how there was somebody that they rejected, and they usually keep fit. They're a gym bro. They're an athlete, and they take steroids back in the day. Um, they feel this. Well, actually, they pour out some of the steroids, make an air bubble, and that's how this first gentleman goes. Even though I don't think he'd take steroids straight to the veins, so I don't think an air bubble would do much.
I'd say that's more of a muscle to fat thing, isn't it?
Yeah, just like insulin, it goes right into the fat or the muscle, and you'll have like an air pocket in your skin, but it's not getting to a vein.
Quick question: have you ever had one?
Yeah,
Does it suck?
no, not really. The only time insulin sucks if you go straight in or you don't get enough fat in there, and you're just like, oh, you
Right in the muscle.
hit a bone, and
Mm,
you're like,
yeah.
oh. Um, but yeah, this school has terrible security. Takes out takes out the bullies, and then it's a whole like the calls coming from inside at the end because he's. I don't know how they predict this, but they're like, I'm sure you're reading this right now and you're probably screaming, but I'm coming up, and it's not too hard because I've been there before, and that's pretty much how it ends. I heard this a long time ago from the No Sleep podcast, I believe, back in the day.
Hmm.
And I think I sent it to you back then.
Yeah, that one holes in that submarine one. I think
Yeah, I've been trying to find holes in submarine. To
that submarine is hard. I think I found it, but
okay,
it's hard to find. I don't know why they've like buried it.
there was another
So,
one I was looking for during the time I was looking for this one. It was the Woman of the Woods.
mhm.
That one's hard to find. I can't find a reading. I only found one reading of it, but I can't really understand the lady that reads it.
There's some that are like that. They're like in their mics like, "Oh, we're recording. Let's go and share together." Well, I'm like, oh God, stop.
Well, she had like a thick Scottish accent. I was just like, what?
Maybe I should give it a shot.
Maybe. But give me your thoughts and your history with this creepy pasta.
So this is I like that it's a original by a creepypasta channel. I think that's kind of cool because this is probably the creepiest of creepy pastas that he could come up with. Honestly, like he's just being a creep McPasta. Um, the so he kills three people Like he kills Chris, which I think was hilarious when he said it.
Yeah.
He's like, I killed Chris. And I just think of you saying it like this. Um, and then he killed Chris by the air bubble, which I thought was like, it seems like it sucks. But again, I had the same thing. I'm like, I don't think you shoot steroids into your vein, but okay. Um, Julie, I think had the worst of it, honestly. The one that was killed by these bugs.
Oh yeah.
So what he does is that he basically straps her down and force feeds her jars and jars of bugs, and basically feeds them to her till her like internal organs bust. Is what he's like postulates. He's like, I think that she died from internal bleeding, but and the whole thing is like super emo, and honestly, I liked it because I was like, yeah, emo creepypastas.
Well, we recently passed Valentine's Day, and that reminded me of this, and just like hearing this back in the day, it's just like, yeah, it's like teenage angst and stuff like that.
Well, like that one probably, and he's like, "This is for you. It's all for you."
Look at me, Damien. It's all for you.
I mean, like, okay, and I laughed whenever he said Bethany, that bitch, and I'm just like,
Becky's such a.
I'm just like Becky. I was like, if her name was Becky, it'd be the greatest creepypasta. Her death was kind of odd, but he says like, I saved the worst for last, and I'm like, honestly, this one seems less horrible than the bug one, because what he does is he basically straps her down and stabs her to death slowly.
Yeah.
Like,
and then finally in the heart.
Yeah. He's like, and then it went all the way up to the hilt. It's like, I could feel it. I could feel her die. And I'm like, good Lord, Anakin, calm down. But yeah, honestly, the bug one was the one that got me, because I have a massive phobia of insects and spiders. I'm just like, nope. That'd be the worst way to go for me, man. But I mean, this one was fun.
Yeah.
It's kind of it reminds me of the mid 2000s, which I always like.
It's like a teen movie.
Yeah, honestly, it felt like Scream. Is what it felt like. And the fact that, again, it's an actual creepypasta channel that's writing it, reading it, I think is kind of cool. I listened to his, because he wrote it, but then I listened to Mr. Creepypasta's version as well, and they're both really good, both well done. I like that it's a nameless person, and I like what you're talking about. It's like, you're probably already screaming by now, but I'm in the room with you.
Yeah.
And it's just it's so emo.
Yeah, I'm glad that they kept it anonymous. That way you can insert yourself into it or someone into it.
Yeah, and I don't know. It was a lot of fun. This is a fun one.
Yeah.
So not the greatest, not the worst, but I liked this one. So,
Yeah.
and I'd never heard this one. Oh, actually, no, I had heard this one. I'm sorry. I had heard this one before, because it was No Sleep. Yeah, you're talking about that one.
I always tend to like the shorter but sweet ones, like the last one I suggested. But
and this one is like the stereotypical length for a creepypasta online, like a 10-minute video, three paragraph story. So, but yeah, I like this one. Good choice.
And
What about you?
I know we missed the date for Valentine's, but
okay, you were almost dying. So,
but revisiting it, I like it. I don't think it's dipped in quality for me. And like I said, it's short and sweet. So,
well, like you said, like the quality of it, I think is the same. Honestly, like on a nostalgic level, I think, because it reminds me of like being an emo kid, and basically it's the personification of a Tumblr post.
yeah.
But I like that. If you're our age and remember that time, I like that feeling. So,
Yeah, it's just like a high school kind of feel.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a good one.
Do you have one to recommend for next time?
I do. We actually have one of my older ones. It's called My Dog Was Lost for 3 Days by, it's a terrible name, Chewing Skin. So yeah, there's that. Anyway, so that's gonna be the one that we do next time. Anything else, Jared?
You like chewing skin, Thomas?
Maybe, maybe not.
No, not that I can think of right now, but yeah, I'm excited for the next one. Hope you like this one.
Yeah, this one was fun. It was kind of funny as I was listening to this one at the gym again today because I try to get at least twice, like a go through, and I was like, I was doing bench, and every time he said like, "This is for you," I was like,
It gave you motivation. You're like, yes,
"Yes, yes, do it for Becky." So yeah, all right, cool. Well, everybody, thank you for tuning in, and again, thank you for all the likes and subscribes that we've been getting. This is a great. Thank you. It really means a lot to us, and yeah. So
It's
like,
awesome to know
subscribe.
we have some viewers, and
It's kind of validating.
yeah.
Anyway, like, subscribe, and yeah, everybody have a good night. Bye.